He said, yeah, we can put you... And do you want to see these hearing aids I've got?
If you want to.
Because it is a game changer,
and tell me, what were the noises, the sounds that you noticed when you got them?
Well, as soon as I got the hearing aid, first of all, you go out in the garden and the birds are very loud.
That's
very loud. I mean, honestly,
nature's back on.
It sharpens everything up, and that's what it is, and you can hear everything. I mean, it is a game changer. And anybody who's worried about... I mean, I went on the wheel, which hasn't been seen yet, and I won't say what happened, but I couldn't hear a darn thing.
Oh, which would make it difficult.
Yeah, it was difficult. Now, I went on the weakest link, and I did have the hearing aids on for the first time on television because I was worried about wearing them. I didn't do well on that, so I can't blame it on the thing. But that's been on. But no, it's a game changer. It really is. You know, you don't feel left out anymore. You don't feel annoying to people.
Yeah.
Well, I'm always annoying to people, but...
I was going to say, I'm sure you're not annoying. Oscar, so it is really important, we're just hearing a little bit about the differences it can make if you can actually hear again.
Yeah, and there's been so much in the news and the headlines around cognitive impairment and potential links to things like dementia and hearing loss. And it's something that we see as an association, but we have had studies showing that, but we don't know that there's a specific causal link between the two of them. You know, it's a bit like if we did a study looking at your sounds of the 60s show on Radio 2, you could, if you look carefully to see why were people listening to that show, think that they all just love music from the 60s. But actually, there might just be an association there. They might actually be tuning in for Tony Blackburn, you see. So when you look at the study, you have to be really careful. Let's talk about it later. But we can't say that for certain. We don't know yet what is causing that potential link. Is there some particular process that means that it at the same time causes hearing loss and dementia? Is it that because you're not hearing so well, then perhaps your brain's not being stimulated in the same way and you reduce your cognitive function? Or is it the other way around? We don't really know yet. And I suppose that while the research goes on to try to establish that a little bit more, for me, I think it's a shame that actually it's taken this for a lot of people to have to think about how we might manage hearing loss, because we know for certain that if you're living with hearing loss and you're not having some sort of management to help with it, then you can have lots of different problems. You know, mental health can be reduced. It'll reduce your quality of life, relationships, even your risk of falls can increase. So there are so many things that we do know that can be improved for so many people by something as simple as potentially using a hearing aid.
Do you know, on this hearing aid, I can get BBC Sounds on here, really, so I can hear myself when I finish doing my own programme. But I mean, apart from that, phone calls come through, I hear it on this. You get an app to do with it as well. You don't have to have it, but you can adjust it. Can I show you what it is?
You can
I'll take this. Yeah, I'll take this out. That's all it is. And this one, you just charge it up every night, and that's it. It's as simple as that. They're absolutely a game changer. You know, anybody who's worried about wearing these things, don't, because you can hardly see them anyway.
And Oscar, talk us through the different types, because there are various, aren't there, that you can find from various different prices as well.
Yeah, exactly. So there are some available on the NHS. So if you're struggling with your hearing, you can get your NHS GP to refer you to your local audiology service. The different models, some are available through the NHS, some are available privately from private suppliers as well. So the most common type, a bit like the type that Tony has, is the behind the ear. So that's where you've got the box. It's got a little microphone.
Luckily, I've got big ears as well.
So it hides it nicely. One of the other hidden advantages of ageing. And so it hides. So you've got a tiny little microphone in there, a processor, an amplifier, and then a little tube that feeds into an earbud that sits into your ear. They're really good because they are, although you can see them, and some people don't like that. Obviously, that plays into the stigma. They're really good because they are very effective in terms of actually boosting the hearing, and so they are helpful for people even from mild, moderate, and more severe cases of hearing loss. As they get smaller, the hearing aids, and move inside the ear, and you can get all the way up to in canal where you don't see them at all, so they're hidden deep inside the ear canal.
Yeah.
Some of those are very expensive. Some can be very effective for some people, but sometimes aren't as good if you've got more severe hearing loss. So it's really important to speak to the audiologist, try the different options if you can, see which is, particularly if you're going to be paying for it, try the ones that are going to be, and see which one's going to be most effective for you. Because I've certainly had patients who've told me that, you know, they've paid for something really expensive, and actually the one that the NHS was offering them for free might have, they find it's better.
The only difference with the NHS ones is the same as the ones I've got, actually, except these, you can charge them up. With the NHS ones, after about about 7 days, you have to just put a little battery
change the
in.
battery,
But that's, it's easy to do.
Yeah, and
But
lots of them
these
can
will
link to
charge
Bluetooth,
themselves.
as you said, and into your
Yeah.
phone, and you can listen to sounds of the 60s.
Honestly, anybody watching at the moment, if you do have a problem with hearing, these are wonderful. And get over the problem of actually wearing them, because most people don't even notice.
If you hadn't said, I wouldn't have noticed, to be honest with you.
It's one of those things as well, though, isn't it? I mean, we're talking about for people that don't get the hearing aids and they feel as if they are removed. There's some really, really sad stats that are coming out over Christmas of elderly people in particular being alone. What are the stats from Age UK?
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, people do feel left out of it, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, isolation, and
Yes.
1 in 5 people who are isolated and alone at Christmas. I mean, it can be really, really a difficult time for people, and that isolation, I think, is probably part of what's playing into this association with a lack of cognitive function in people who are losing their hearing. Because if